yeah, I've suffered from depression sort of most of my life, and in the main, I've fumbled through life quite well. But I think lockdown really hit me. Yeah, really, really struggled. I was in a really dark place. Yeah, and pretty suicidal for about 6 months. It was in the October that I really had to do something. I didn't want to be here anymore. But thankfully, it didn't work. Ended up in the Priory for 3 months. So I think that was what saved me.
Well, my story is that I lost my father at 13 years old. It's left a grief that is just never ending, and I wouldn't want another family to go through the same grief that my family have gone through. Suicide prevention is the key to everything. If we can prevent suicide and we can prevent ill mental health and make people believe that there is more to live for and that there is recovery, then I think that we're onto the right route to make a really happy society.
It's horrendous being in that dark place, and anything we can do to sort of stop that. So when I came out of hospital, I knew that I wanted to do something in the city, and I couldn't find anything that had been done before, people talking about suicide. So I started to meet a few people. I met Seekers Create, I met Shaping Portsmouth, Andy's Man Club, and everyone was saying, you need to speak to Sarah. She wants to organise something like this. So that's when I started stalking her, and I came down, arranged to meet, and it went from there really. Sarah had already had the idea she wanted to do it in Victoria Park, and had, I guess, a good relationship with Jackie anyway. And then we were right, let's do it.
So we'll be able to say,
yeah.
it might be say, on the day you'll see someone
By the hall,
making a community.
In my head I was thinking, okay, it might be happening next year, but then Lara walked in and said, well, why has it got to happen next year? Let's do it this year. So the rest is history really. So we just went full on into making connections, meeting people, networking, and trying to get people on board with the same passion and vision that we had to help Portsmouth, become a real city for suicide prevention.
Hi there, we're Seekers Create, and we're a creative community engagement organisation. And this is Claire, I'm Steve, and we got involved in this event because quite a few months back now, when we were doing some work here at Make with Sarah, getting to know her, she told us her story, and she said she had this idea about an event that she was going to do, and we loved it, and straight away we said, well, whatever help you want with that, just let us know. That evolved, and then she met the lovely Lyra, and the thing evolved a little bit again. So what we're doing is we've offered to curate
creative space.
A creative space, yeah.
But what we do, we actually take our art to the people so that then they can add their words or their doodles. So we'll have different symbols on our trail relating to different questions that they can think about themselves, and then they can write their words or doodle their pictures within those symbols. So, and it's a really nice sort of way of collecting people's thoughts and feelings.
Hi, we're Lucy and Louie from the Breastfeeding Network, and we give information and support for people across the city about infant feeding.
My name's Carolyn Barber from the Good Mental Health Cooperative. We're based in Portsmouth, small social enterprise working towards good mental health. Everyone can work towards good mental health, no matter what their starting point. Really excited to be involved in this project to set up a Hope event in Victoria Park in September.
Hi everyone, we are Sharon and Aga. We are the founders of the Eureka Project. The Eureka Project is a very innovative project looking at emotional regulation and mental health. We work with particular client groups focused around those that are potentially vulnerable in our society. For example, people who've been through the prison system or in recovery or the care system. And what we do is we use particular techniques called tapping, emotional freedom technique, to help people manage their emotions and reduce their triggers.
My name's Steve I'm from Portsmouth Mental Health Hub. We're a new service which is located in St Mary's Hospital amongst the adult mental health team. So our role is to basically give people advice and connect people with any services that they need involved in mental health or any of the social services. So basically anyone who's struggling in Portsmouth, PO1 to PO6, can give us a call. We can have a chat about the things that you're dealing with on a day-to-day life and try and get you connected with the help that you need in order to stop you from struggling.
Hi, I'm Nancy from Createful CIC. We'll be involved with Let's Get Talking About Suicide on the 9th of September in Victoria Park. And we're really excited to get involved. We're going to be in the creative tent, working with some of our other local creative community groups to share some mindful creativity, and there'll be some really exciting community activities to get involved in.
Hi, so I'm Caroline Howarth, working over at the Hive in Portsmouth. So we're going to be at the event in September, promoting the work of Hive, thinking about our communities. So that might be around promoting different mental health services in Portsmouth, getting people to different services. So that might be signposting to lots of the different community groups in the city. We know there's a lot of need, so it's about getting people to the right places at the right time.
I think once we actually started to talk about it, people would just sort of coming on board. Yes, we want to be involved. You know, we didn't have to sort of nag people, and it seemed like it was ready. Portsmouth was ready to start talking about it.
And I was just saying, I'm really humbled that I've come here because I used to be like. I was very, very suicidal. A fractured mind is a beautiful mind. A fractured mind is a beautiful mind. I think the caterpillar turns into a butterfly. Beautiful, and I feel anxious, confused, and powerless. No smiles, but tears filled with sadness. You're laughing and blaming me, but you don't understand this. See, you'd expect a caterpillar to turn into a butterfly. How strange does the world come the moment you cry? Because not every smile will leave a twinkle in your eye, and not every butterfly deserves to fly.
I've come on a bit of a journey myself throughout this, because for me, my father's suicide was always quite a taboo subject. So for it to be positive and to meet people that have been in similar circumstances, to meet people that had been in that place, and having an understanding of how they felt at the time, you know, especially Lara's story, it's helped me understand a lot, and I've come a long way. And I think for me to have a positive slant on the whole day it had to happen. It had to be like that, because then you're meeting people that you can help each other. You're helping each other. You're on a journey together. Also, we wanted people to come, so we didn't want people to come and just, you know, and come for that reason. We wanted them to come and say, you know, my husband needs help, my sister needs help. The services we had there were wonderful. You know, we had sort of Gamblers Anonymous, we had parks, we had Sparks Community. We had lots of people that were doing different things, tackling social isolation, tackling domestic abuse, tackling addiction, and it wasn't just about counselling. It was about, let's get to the root of this. What's making you feel this way? And, you know, citizens advice, we were talking about money problems. I think we did it in a way that gave people the option to come. You didn't have to be thinking about suicide to come. You could come and enjoy the day as well as pick up any kind of information you wanted.
And it wasn't like a festival or a trade show or whatever that people were trying to get your business. It was very much, actually, we can't help you with that, but they can over there. And then when you've dealt with them, then come back with us, or we can do it together. It was sort of a sharing of sort of resources.
So we're representing Spark today. Spark is a lovely little community space down in Fratton, just down from the big old Tesco's there. And what it is, it's a pay-as-you-can community cafe. So it takes away the barriers for people that can't afford to go out and have coffee and cake or a toastie. It's a safe space. It's for anyone, but if you have social anxieties, they have a quiet area that you can just come and sit down and just time on your own, bit of time out, or you can come and sit in the cafe area and volunteers will come and chat with you. You get to meet other people that may be in the same situation as you. There's a lovely charity shop that me and Mo are in on a Thursday, so we do promote that because it's more fun on a Thursday.
Exactly.
Sorry, Becky.
Stop domestic abuse, thrive to see a world without domestic abuse, and are committed to supporting victims and survivors through their journey of recovery. We're here 24 hours a day for women and men in their hour of need, providing tailored support to empower survivors to take back control of their lives.
Hi, I'm Esther. I'm the clinical lead here at Parks. We're a service that supports people who've survived sexual abuse and domestic abuse. Predominantly counselling, but we do some community work as well and some activism work with young people. We're here today with a big elephant that's come out of retirement. He's not been out since COVID. The idea being the sexual abuse and domestic violence is often the elephant in the room, and so is suicide, and we want to kind of change that and start people talking. So we're inviting people to add notes of support or raise their voice up and kind of help us talk about the elephant in the room.
I'm the manager for Advice Portsmouth, and we're here today to let people know that we can provide help and support. It's all free. The support we provide is advice and support on debt, housing, consumer, family, welfare benefits.
Hi, I'm here from Early Help and Prevention, representing the LGBTQ Youth Service and the Young Carers Service. We're here today to promote our services as a support network for people who are young carers or members of the LGBTQ+ community under the age of 25. We offer support one-to-one and group spaces for those people to access support and advice around all kinds of matters and holiday activities too.
So hi, I'm here with Papyrus Prevention of Young Suicide. So we're the UK charity focused on the prevention of young suicide. And we've got a number of different ways in which we do that, in which we try to work into that cause. So we've got our Hopeline 24/7. So that's a suicide prevention helpline staffed by trained volunteers. It's open 24/7. People can call, text, email. We've got web chat as well. So the number for that is 0800 068 4141. We also do training in communities, so we'll train school teachers, college teachers, unis, workplaces, whoever will listen to us really about suicide prevention skills. And we also try and do influencing work as well, kind of on social media, but also at the policy level with government.
Hello, we work for Citizens Advice Portsmouth. We're a service open to people in the PO1 to PO6 area code, free of charge. You can literally come and see us at Ark Royal House on Winston Churchill Avenue from 10 o'clock Monday to Friday. We are open to any questions at all and free advice. Just pop in to see us if we can't answer your questions or we can't refer you into one of our projects. We'll do our best to find you the right service within the Portsmouth area.
Great to be here today at the Make Let's Talk About Suicide event. It's lovely to see so many different organisations and people coming together to discuss the topic, what support's available and what avenues they can go down for a variety of mental health issues.
So I represent a couple of organisations here today. I'm here on behalf of the Man Gang, which is a men's peer support organisation. We used to call ourselves a mental health organisation, but we're not. It's not just mental health people struggle with. But the big van, the high-vis van that you can see there, I'm also an ambassador for a construction industry charity called the Lighthouse Construction Industry Charity. And it's our vision at the charity that no construction worker or their family should ever be alone in a crisis.
We wanted to have bands there, but not just bands. We wanted bands that got it and understood, and one of the bands had lost one of their members to suicide quite recently, so they understood, and I don't think we could have ever anticipated the feel in the park that day. And I think from looking at accessibility, it was an open space, you didn't have to go through any doors. But I think we thought about everything as to what barriers would there be, because even calling it Let's Get Talking About Suicide, I asked quite a few people on the day, how did they find that sort of title or name of event, and they just wanted to come along for help. They just wanted to come along to actually see what there was available.
The stories that came out since, we've had a lady that has seen a niche for, or seen an opening that there's no one there to help with older children that live with a parent who have mental ill health, and they're getting together now and meeting on a regular basis. One of the band members said to me that he'd never been on stage and done a gig sober because his anxiety got to him so much. He always had a drink before he went on stage, and he said to me that he didn't that day, and he said he was so pleased with himself for not doing it. I just think that the positivity was coming from everybody in the park that day. You could really feel, it was almost, you could feel like the love in the park for everybody. There was lots of hugs, there was lots of tears, there was the memorial tent was just beautiful, and to see people's pictures and making those people real was just incredible.
I don't think we could have planned to have that atmosphere.
No.
Could we?
No. And I think having the different activities as well, the wellbeing activities, we had like yoga and storytelling and body combat and Zumba and dance and the bands playing, and there was art activities and creative opportunities with the mural. There was so much to do as well, and bubbles, and it was showing that life has got more to give. And it was nice that there was people in the park that, like we said, there was no thresholds, there was nothing to walk over or into, but even people in the park that were just wandering through the park came over and just saw what was going on, and you just don't know how many people you touched by it, really.
Yeah, and like to thank Film Crew for You. Billy and Kate had asked if they could sort of document the whole planning of it. So they've come down and in the background just filming us and filming people, and just documenting what it was about, and then came down on the day.
And I'd like to just thank Kate and Billy as well for their sort of emotional strength throughout the whole thing as well, because obviously there's been times when we haven't wanted to be filmed and we haven't wanted to be in front of the camera, and it's been really lovely to have such lovely people around us to help us on that journey as well.